How do you start your morning? On December 10th, 1975, Donald Neilson woke up looking like this. But by the early hours of December 11th, he looked like this. That's what happens when you get into an armed brawl with two police officers and interrupt a mob of hungry miners trying to enjoy their fish and chips. Donald Neilson was born in Bradford, England on August 1st, 1936. Throughout his entire adolescence, he was bullied relentlessly. But, what do you expect when you're named after a garment designed for shitting in?
Hi, I'm New Pampers, and there's no other nappy like me.
Yeah, he was actually born Donald Nappy, and there wasn't a kid in England who would let him forget it.
No other nappy is as clever as I am.
At age 18, he was drafted into the army, and even though he was bullied more than Private Pile for his surname,
I bet you could suck a golf ball through a garden hose.
He loved the regimentation and discipline that came with it. He became obsessed with the military, but once he got married, his nagging wife immediately began pressuring him to leave the army and focus on starting a family. You really think a guy who would go on to earn the nickname the Black Panther would give up on his dreams for a piece of ass? Fuck no. Just look at these pics and tell me if he looks retired. Do retired men cruise around in Jeeps like this? Do they wear army fatigues like this? Do they mow down motherfuckers like this? Do they hang out with Wait. This isn't Somalia. 4-year-olds don't fight in the British Army. That's because these pictures, they weren't taken in any war zone. Yeah, he retired from the military, all right. But instead of just looking for a job, he forced his wife and daughter to play dress up.
Camouflage, tin hats.
Now, what sort of a man does that with his daughter?
But can you blame him? Getting a job's tough, especially when you have a limited skill set consisting of military cosplay.
What the hell are you wearing?
It's all regulation.
But no worries. If he couldn't earn what he wanted from the world, he'd just take it instead. So, he began robbing houses. Over 400 of them. And it wasn't long before he upgraded to robbing post offices.
Wait! Oh, yes, wait a minute, Mr. Postman. Wait!
Am I missing something here? Who the fuck targets post offices?
When you control the mail, you control information.
Is this like some sort of cultural divide or something? I guess the British are known for being so polite. Was he robbing the post offices and then using their stationery to write apology letters or something to the townsfolk?
My sincerest apologies, my lord.
Apparently, he was stealing and cashing postal orders. I don't know. Let me know if I'm missing anything else about the 1970s British Postal Service down in the comments below.
Postman Pat and his black and white cat.
Anyway, he used his army training to scout locations and monitor local police activities before carrying out robberies.
He styled himself on a member of the SAS. One of the doctrines the SAS have is perfect planning and preparation.
But apparently, he didn't take that doctrine to heart, as he wound up face to face with a postmaster, shooting him in the chest with a sawed-off shotgun. Now, long before Patrick Sherrill popularized the phrase going postal, after having a particularly bad day.
Because the mail never stops. Every day it piles up more and more and more, and you gotta get it out. But the more you get out, the more it keeps coming in. And then the barcode reader breaks, and it's Publishers Clearinghouse Day. All right.
From 67 to 74, Neilson robbed 19 post offices, killing 2 more people in the process. Wait, what does that say? His arm was almost shot off as his wife tried to beat off the killer with a vacuum cleaner? Well, no wonder he charged the gunman. How would you feel if you walked in on your wife using a vacuum cleaner like a fleshlight to pleasure a masked assailant? It wasn't long before police linked the crimes through ballistics and dubbed the killer the Black Panther. Overnight, the story became front-page news in every paper across the nation.
He's so ruthless that if you have a go, he'll gun you down. Make no mistake about that.
With the kill count at 3, The police offered a reward of £20,000 for information leading to an arrest. Now, when you're more famous than the Beatles, you can't go around robbing post offices. Besides, if the Beatles could switch up their style, why couldn't he? Suddenly, Neilson had an idea. He remembered a news clipping about a young girl who was about to inherit a large sum of money. Why rob post offices when you can kidnap wealthy teenagers and hold them for ransom instead?
Give me the money! Give me back my son!
So he crept into their home, kidnapped her, and left a message for the family. No police. 50,000 ransom to be ready to deliver. Wait for telephone call at Swan Shopping Center, telephone box 6 p.m. to 1 p.m. If no call, return following evening. When you answer, give name only and listen. You must follow instructions without argument. From time you answer, you are on a time limit. If police or tricks, death. Swan Shopping Center, Kidderminster, deliver 50,000 in a white van. 50,000 in all old notes. 25,000 in £1 notes and 25,000 in £5 notes. There will be no exchange. Only after 50,000 has been cleared will victim be released. What the fuck was that? Did the teenage girl type her own ransom letter with her hand tied behind her back or something? I mean, apparently he was also dyslexic. I mean, no wonder he couldn't get a job. Also, I mean, what was he planning to do with £25,000 in £1 notes? Can you imagine that many ones?
Dude.
Oh. The most important thing is that we want Leslie back. We will do whatever is required.
Well, I would just like her to get in touch with me, if at all possible.
Finally, on the third night, the telephone rang. The voice on the line was a recording from the kidnapped girl.
Mom, you get to go to Kids Grove Post Office telephone box. The instructions are inside. I'm okay, but there is to be no police and no tricks. Okay?
So the kidnapper sends the girl's brother on a Dirty Harry run across the township. But due to the complex and cryptic nature of the run, and the fact that the kidnapper can't seem to write or speak clearly, the guy didn't make it to the drop-off point on time.
I had difficulty in finding the instructions in the phone box, and in consequence there was quite a considerable delay.
The trail went cold for 8 days until police caught a break when they located a stolen vehicle bursting with evidence tying it to the kidnapped girl. The car was also linked to a shooting that occurred just 2 days after the kidnapping. When police examined the spent bullets, they matched them with the bullets retrieved from the post office murders. The police now knew they were hot on the trail of the elusive Black Panther. But hold on 1 second. What the fuck is going on with this car? What kind of a getaway vehicle is that? It looks like a roller skate. Did the killer abandon it, or did its AA batteries just run out? When he kidnapped the girl, did he make his escape in her own Hot Wheels or something? What is going on? Now this is where things take a gruesome turn. After searching the park where the ransom exchange was supposed to take place, the police discover the missing girl's body in an underground ventilation shaft. Whether her death was deliberate or accidental still remains unknown. The only thing that was certain was that the Black Panther was now public enemy number 1. 9 months later, 2 police were on patrol when they noticed a man walking around with a duffel bag shaped like a sawed-off shotgun in the middle of the night. Suspicious, they pull him over and ask to see what was inside.
What's in there, they said. Nothing. Let's have a look. Up came the shotgun, in their face.
Remember, this is England we're talking about. The officers here are only armed with, clubs and whistles.
It's all under control. I've got a whistle, a cloth helmet, a key to a coal box, a soft rubber truncheon, and a map of the city.
So, the Black Panther did what he did worst. He kidnapped the officers. Climbing into the passenger seat of the police cruiser, he forced them to drive him around at gunpoint. The officers fought back, wrestling the gun away from him while dragging him out from the cruiser.
And I put the gun to his head. I said, "I'll kill you, you bastard." And I pulled the trigger, but it just went click.
So after attempting to blow the suspect's face off in cold blood in front of a handful of witnesses, the officers continued to struggle to get the cuffs on him. And never missing an opportunity to get into a scrap, a group of miners piled on, and together they beat the absolute fuck out of Neilson.
It is inevitable.
I mean, these lads meant business. Look at what they did to his face. He looks like Rodney King's white counterpart, only slightly less fucked up, British, and actually did something. Only when a search of his home produced an armory of weapons and a statue of a Black Panther did the police learn who they nearly beat to death with their bare hands. Donald Neilson was sentenced to 5 consecutive life sentences for murder and firearms offenses. He died behind bars in the early hours of December 17th, 2011. So, what do you think? Should Donald Neilson be the face of Huggies diapers? Or would his reputation as a child killer damage their public persona? Let me know in the comments below, and of course, don't forget to murder that subscribe button and click that notification bell, because I've got new killer content dropping all the time. And if you just can't get enough, you can head over and follow on Instagram and TikTok for even more killer content.